Living easy, living free, season ticket on a one-way ride, asking nothing, digging tunnels, digging all the blocks in my sight. Don't need reason, don't need rhyme, ain't nothing I would rather do. Finally done, party time! My friends and I can now celebrate. I'm on the highway in the Nether. On the highway in the Nether. Highway in the Nether. I'm on the highway in the Nether. MaitreDesBlocs strikes once again. Hello, YouTube! This is MaitreDesBlocs, and today we're going to continue our Minecraft Let's Play. Indeed, we are back into the Let's Play world once again for episode 62. I think it's 62. Yeah, 62. Of the Minecraft Let's Play series. 62 episodes. I cannot believe it. By the way, do you notice anything different with my voice? I'm going to give you around 15 seconds to tell me if you think that something is different, because I want to know. Because I am doing something right now that I don't usually do when I record my videos. I am recording in the morning. That's right. I am recording pretty early in the morning, actually, around 10 o'clock my time here. And usually I don't like recording in the morning because I feel like my voice is a lot deeper than it usually is. But at the same time, I've been thinking that's probably not so bad, because deeper voices equal good commentary. Right? I said white. Right? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, as you were able to see in that cheesy intro I did, I finished all the nether tunnels leading to all the different portals. And man, this took a while. I need to note to myself, do not do that again. I can't just say, oh, before next episode I'm going to finish this. A week later, after working non-stop on this project, I finally got it done, and now I have a whole episode to record, so yay! I'm gonna try to do something a little bit, more relaxing today, maybe? Because this took a long time, but I'm going to try to show you all the different tunnels I made. So first of all, this is the one leading to the end. Pretty cool. We got some purpur. That block name is so funny. Some obsidian, endstone bricks, and some endstone. Pretty cool. And now the Mesa tunnel using different colors of hardened clay. Moving on now to the desert tunnel with the staircase going down to the portal, all made of sandstone. Next up we have the flower forest tunnel with flowers everywhere. How surprising. Now the really expensive spawn tunnel with iron blocks, nether brick, and stone bricks. I really like the mix between these different kind of blocks, even though it kind of gives the idea of the zebra I tried to avoid with the tunnel designs I got earlier. So yeah, it's still cool though. Now stone land, we have some stone bricks, and some of, what's that called again? Mycelium, there we go. And for the polar room at the end of this tunnel, we just, whoop, I need to eat. These tunnels require so much of my food. That's crazy. When I run under this ice and trapdoor, it uses so much of my steak. But this is what we got for the portal room. We have some mycelium here on the ground, some stone, and stone bricks for the columns. Moving on, we got the first cave design right here with some sandstone like the desert, but we have some stone mixed in with that, trying to mimicking what is found in the first cave, as it's a mix of sandstone and stone. And I think I did that pretty well. Now the swamp, it's a pretty lush place with a lot of vegetation, so I tried to put that here. And some of these swamp flowers, I forgot what's the name of it, blue orchids, pretty much everywhere. Pretty cool looking. It also looks like a witch hut a little bit when you look at it like this. The inside here, yeah. And now the mega taiga / puzzle forest. We have some of this puzzle on the ground, and some mossy cobblestone on the walls to kind of replicate the boulders found in that biome. And some spruce wood, of course, because those are found everywhere in that biome. And now the last of the tunnels, and maybe also the longest of all, we have the one leading to the packed ice biome. This one took a lot of snow to make because of all these snow blocks here, and these snow layers I tried to make on the sides that take around, you need around 6 snow blocks to make just 3 of these. So that was pretty expensive, but it looks really cool also. Now, the only thing I think this nether hub still needs to be pretty much complete to be usable, not the looks of it, of course, I need to finish this room here, but for being able to be used, I think it's the rails. We need to set up some rail systems to transport stuff from the different locations we have in these tunnels all the way to the middle of this nether hub. So, for example, if I want to go to the mesa and I want to go get a ton of hardened clay, I want to be able to just come in the nether, put a bunch of hardened clay in a chest minecart, get down this way, it will come all the way to the nether hub here, then it can go get some more in the biome, send another one, and so on, until I have like 5 cent, and then I can come with those to deliver those in the nether hub, so I don't have to come back and forth with all the different trips to bring a single item. I think that would be pretty cool, but the problem for that is we do not have enough rails left. This is the rail duplicator, not duplicator, sorry about that. Some people told me I apparently say duplicator wrong. It's not duplicator, it's duplicator, but this is a rail duplicator we made a couple patches ago, and this is how it works. You know the deal, you just place a powered rail here, and then for some reason between this rail and that piston it creates 2 and so on. This doesn't work anymore. I think it broke in the 1.9 release. If I hold with like 28 rails on this, it gives me 17 plus 4 here. That equals 21. We even lost some! Apparently this machine doesn't just not work now, it also eats rails as well. And this is not good, because I want to fix this duplicator to be able to get some powered rails and some regular rails infinitely again, because there is no real way to farm rails, so I was thinking this would be a really good way to farm them. I'm not against all duplication machines in this game for survival application. I am only against duplication machines if you can use them to duplicate pretty much everything. If it's a duplication machine for only a single item, like for example, rail duplicators don't work with diamond blocks or all those things. So because of that, I think it's more like a farm than an actual duplicator. It's like an unplanned farm. It's a glitch that happens to be very useful, or I don't know exactly how to call it, but I want to fix this farm. I want to make the rail duplicator work again, and I think I know a design that works in the future versions, but before we do that, I need to rip all of this out. So this can now be destroyed. Alright, mess clean, and now we're ready to start building the second rail duplicator we're going to build right here next to the mines, and this design is hopefully going to be a lot simpler, a lot better, and even faster than the old design. I will be able to duplicate every single type of rail all at once, including the regular rails, which the old duplicators, again, I keep making that mistake. We're not able to duplicate, oh my gosh, I need to learn from my mistakes. And I think the new duplicator machine is even simpler than all the ones that were able to be done before. I think all I have to do is to place one sticky piston with a slime block on top, any kind of rail on top of this, and basically just pull a lever right next to the thing. So that dropped a rail. Did that also kill the rail on top of there? Yeah, that did. Was it not that? I was pretty sure that was it. Why did that not work? Huh. Maybe I need more slime blocks attached to this. Rain. Why rain? Why does it always rain in Minecraft? In Canada here where I live, in the summer days, it rains like once every 10, 15, 20 days or something. But in Minecraft, it seems like it rains every 3 days or 5 days. Why is rain happening so often? And it's just like in one biome. It's the entire Minecraft world. Oh, I wish that biomes would have specific rain cycles. Like the jungle, for example, could have it rain once per 2 days. But Mushroom Island, I don't really see the point of it raining this much. And rain is annoying when you record because it really ruins the quality of your video because of all the lines of the rain causing into your screen. So, yeah, I don't really like recording in the rain, but at the same time, this rain seems to not stop, so let's roll with it. I managed to make the duplication work for the rails here. Apparently, this is the smallest you can make it. You need to use 4 slime blocks, and if I use this for 2 rails here, it will manage to duplicate this one only once per retraction of the piston. Not on the extension, so this doesn't duplicate a rail. But as soon as I do that, a rail drops. Wait, did that actually... Wait, is it both ways? I think it shot a rail when I activated it. Yeah, apparently it is using both ways. Interesting, I thought it was only duplicating a rail on the retraction, not on both states. That's cool, that means we can get twice as many rails as well. But this one here doesn't seem to get duplicated using this method, even though it is necessary. If I remove this rail here and try to use a machine, the rail just pops. It doesn't even duplicate, it just gets destroyed. So I need to have at least 2 rails on this for it to be able to work, and I don't know how the heck this works, actually. I looked up some designs and stuff, and I was trying to find an explanation on how this glitch works, and I couldn't really find one, so I'm going to try to explain what I think is going on here myself. Maybe this is what's going on here, or maybe I'm just stupid, but I think it has something to do with the update order of the piston. So the piston, when it pushes a block, every single block that is attached to the piston, or like all slime blocks and every block in front of the piston, is going to get moved by the piston. So if you don't have slime blocks included in the design, what happens is when you activate the piston will check every block up to 12 blocks in front of the piston and see if those blocks are movable. If it reaches to the end and the last block is movable, it's going to move them all one by one in order from the beginning, from the end to the beginning, I mean. That way, the 12th block moves first, so the 11th block can move afterwards, and the 10th, and the 9th, and so on, all the way to the end. But then when there's a slime block included, when it comes to the slime block, when it wants to move the slime block, it also needs to detect what is attached to the slime block. So what I think is going on here is that when I activate this, or retract, the same thing happens, the piston detects, okay, let's see 12 blocks in front of me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. It looks and says, okay, all these blocks are movable. So it moves the air, which does nothing. Moves the air again, all the way until it reaches this rail here. This rail gets moved by the memory over one spot. This rail gets moved by memory on this slime block right here. But then here's the interesting part. When that happens, when it comes to this slime block here, this slime block also moves these slime blocks here. And all of these happen at the same time as all these blocks here. So it already moved the rails in memory, but then it comes to the slime block, which is attached to this rail that is over here. So this rail gets moved by the slime blocks as well, but it can't because there's a rail in front of it. So the 2 slime blocks here come back under the rails, but this rail also gets moved somehow and drops an item because it's already there. Or something like that. I don't... Oh, rain stopped. Yay. So I think it's something with one of these rails moving twice, because it moves one by the pistons and then once by the slime blocks, or something like that. But this is what we want for the rail duplication, and I already got quite a bit of rails using this method. I want to make one machine of this design for every single rail type in the game. So I'm going to have 4 linked up to 4 clocks that are switchable with a lever, and all 4 collection systems going to different chests. So I can basically just come in here, see 4 levers on this wall, for example, and 4 chests. Look at that chest and say, okay, I want more activator rails. Pull the lever, activates the clock, and all the rails will go into a water stream or something, into a hopper, and go into my chest ready for me to use them. Alright, the duplicators are in place and I'm ready to close this for the last time before we can try them out and see if we can duplicate all the rail types. But just before we do that, I thought I would give you another progress update. I made all the 4 duplicators and the clocks hooked up to 4 levers in the room where we had the old rail duplicator. Every single lever here activates 1 clock and activates 1 rail duplicator, just like this. I can activate any one remotely. The problem is the rails are flying everywhere when I do that in all of the different water streams and everything. That's why I want to close it off, so I contain the rails in these specific rows. Basically what I have is 1 water stream below every single duplicator. So when these activate, if there are blocks all around them, what should happen is that this slime block here should push all the rails that it duplicates against this wall. They will fall in the water stream and then go into the hoppers below, where they will put all the rails into these chests here. And hopefully that will not create a mess everywhere and all the rails going through blocks and everything. Because that might happen. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I didn't try yet. So I hope everything goes up to plan. But I can tell you, this is so cramped now. Like, with all the different wiring things I have on my island here, every time I add a new redstone contraption, it is really, really just fitting where it is. Like, this is in the middle of this is the floor of the room above. Then there is this, which is a part of the staircase where you can see the bricks. And then here, I have the elevator wiring. And just over here, behind a couple blocks here, you can see, I think, a little bit, or maybe not. Can I show? Yeah, this block here, this is part of the staircase going down to the mines. This is like really in the middle of everything and it barely fits. But if everything works up to plan, I should be able to place some blocks around these and then we'll get infinite rail. So I'll do that, close this off, and then we'll try this out. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention. This is a type of clock I use to activate these duplicators. Basically, this is a quasi-connectivity clock using a slime block, so when this piston retracts, it will pull this slime block with it and this redstone block. This redstone block will go in diagonal to this piston, so it'll still be able to power the piston, which will extend, then retract because the redstone block is too far, powering again, and so on. So it'll just go chicka 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 and power that piston every single time it goes forward. And to shut this clock off is pretty easy. All you have to do is to power it because the piston extends and it will not go back and forth anymore. So that's really cool. Gah! I wanted to start recording to show you what I built, and then it started raining again. This is like a few Minecraft days after the last rain ended, and now it's raining again. Nope, nope, nope. I do not accept this. Let's go sleep the night before I show you. Oh no, the sun just went up. It was nighttime, just like, oh. And now I have to wait for this rain to stop. All right, I'll see you in a couple minutes. Alright, the rain is gone and now we're in recording conditions once again, and there it is! There's a final product for the rail farm. Yeah, we'll call it a farm. It's not a duplicator, it's a farm. It's a rail farm, yeah. We have all the 4 modules in place. I put some glass so we can see the water streams and see the rails coming at us. I thought that was pretty cool. All the 4 chests are here with the respective types of rails, and all the levers are hooked up to all the different duplicators, so I could just turn one on, a little bit of lag when it starts, and then rails just start coming. And you can see them flow, which is pretty cool, and they all come into the chest down below. And I tried this for a couple times with all the different rail duplicators, and I don't think the rails are going through blocks anymore. I think I actually managed to fix that. I don't see any rails on top here, and I don't see any rails flying in the room here either, so I think this is pretty much done. I also have some glowstone under the chest for lighting, some crafting tables if you want to craft something here, always good to have those around, and I also made a little leaf ceiling design like we have over here. I thought that was pretty cool too. So yeah, one project done. The rail duplicator is fixed. Or upgraded. Because it was fixed. And now I made it work again, yeah. What did I say earlier in this episode about this not taking long? Well, I was wrong. I was horribly wrong. These rail placements, they took forever to complete, but finally I did 4 runways full of rails and powered them all underneath with levers, and oh my gosh, this took hours and hours and hours of work. Thank you, Etho. Thank you for your wonderful videos, because that really keeps me going while doing this. I just binge watch some other YouTubers' videos on the side. I was watching a lot of Etho's Let's Play Me while doing this, some old episodes of his, and that made this a lot more interesting to be done instead of just placing rails over and over and over again. But now I finally have the rail track all placed and all the turns made, so I can basically come... Oh, whoops, I forgot a button here, it seems. I'll make that real quick. So basically, the plan with these rail stations are that now I'm able to go to any place I want in my world, like one of these portals. For example, let's say I want to go to the Mesa. I can go to the Mesa, and when I arrive at the Mesa station, there will be a turn like this. And I'll stop looking a little bit like this. What I can do is go through the Mesa portal, mine a whole bunch of hardened clay, come back in the Nether, place a chest minecart on one of these tracks here, probably this one, fill it up with hardened clay, go back in the Mesa until I fill up all of this back and forth. I will come put more and more until one chest minecart is full. Then I move to the next rail, place another chest minecart here and do the same thing. When I have 2 chest minecarts full of items, I can take a regular minecart, place it on the last block, and then enter it, click this button, and me and the chest minecarts are all going to go to the Nether hub. And this is how I'm going to get massive storage moving from a lot of different locations in my world, all moving to the Nether hub. But now the next question we have to solve here is how are we going to transport all these items from the Nether hub to the overworld? Because all we have right now is the chest minecarts and the minecarts are all going to just come here and slide a little bit on the ice and stop around here. That's not what I want. I want some way to directly transport the minecarts into the portal. I don't really want to place tracks in the middle of the Nether hub. I don't think that will look really good, especially not if we have a track just going straight through this and into a portal here. So I'm going to try to make the track go underneath the ice. This ice here, because you can see through it. I think that would be pretty cool. So I wonder if I remove, for example, this, and I just broke everything. Place this back, there we go. And then I place a track like this. Let's say I also remove this piece here and place another track like that. I don't really play with tracks very often, but I wonder if the minecart is going to be able to glitch through that and go underneath. Because if it can, that'll be pretty cool, because boats, I think, can just cross one wide gap. So when you use the boats to move around here, I'll just fly above this hole, but the minecart will go underneath. I think that'll be pretty cool, but I need to test that out, and I don't have a minecart with me, so I'll be right back. Alright, let's try this out. I push it, and... it can! I actually didn't think that would be possible. I thought you could make the minecarts go through like diagonals when going up, but not when going down. That is amazing. Oh, this is great. That means you can put a rail track underneath this and see all the cool rails and the minecarts going, and maybe even make nether portals underneath this part here with some glass to see them, and the minecarts will just go into the portals underneath. The thing is, I think if we put portals underneath here, that means that when we respawn, when we spawn in the Nether from the overworld, it's maybe going to put us in the Nether portals below instead of the ones above here. But I'll try it out anyways. I want to make rails extend from here and maybe make another portal underneath and see if that portal is going to be linked up with the one I have in the overworld, or if it's still going to spawn me in this one over here. Okay, well, this is the weirdest thing. I don't really understand what's going on here. This minecart is stuck. It's not going down. It went through this block and then just stopped in the middle of the rails here for no reason. I think I understand what's going on now, actually, that I think of it. I think it's going through this block here when it goes in the diagonal, but then it hits the collision box of this block here, and it cannot go through the one over here. So I think if I remove these 3 blocks, yeah, there it goes. That's weird. It can go through like the first one, but not through the second one. So I think I need an air gap here too for this to work. Interesting. I'll play around more with it. Found a fix for it. Apparently, if you don't have the rails going in diagonal and instead let the minecart fall when it comes to the second block, so it gets into this block here, then falls straight down, it doesn't try to pass through this hitbox over here, it just lands on the rails down there and continues this way. As you can see if I place a minecart right here. I'll place it here and I'll also hop into it because I placed some activator rails right here which are powered so they eject me before I get down there with the minecart. So the minecart will just continue and go through the portal over there. So if this works correctly, this is how it works. It ejects me and the minecart continues and it teleports into the nether portal. I wonder where the minecart ends up if it goes through the portal like that. Because I don't have any place for it at the other side. Does it just stay in the portal frame? Yeah, it stays in the portal frame. It just sits there. And if I break it, I'm guessing the item will go back through. Yep, the item went into the nether. And that was just a wild cat chase. To chase the item. There we go, got it. I wonder what I can do into the overworld side of things to catch this minecart. Once it gets here. Now let's do some experiments, shall we? I placed 3 rails behind the portal in the overworld side of things, and I wonder if the game is intelligent enough to know that there are rails here, and when the minecart is going to come through, it's going to be placed on one of these rails here. And if so, which one of these is going to be chosen? I needed to check that out, so I'm going back to the nether, and I'll send this minecart through, and let's see where it goes. So, placing on one of these rails. Push it, and it went through. Now let's see where it ended up to be. There. What? What is it doing there? How did that happen? There's a stair here. A trapdoor. Is this the same minecart? The one named the one named bookshelf. There's a stair, there's a trapdoor, and another stair. All of these have a collision box. How did the minecart get over there? How? Is it because it went in the portal the wrong way? So it was ejecting through the portal this way instead of going that way? Is the orientation doing anything with it? I need to check that out. What happens if we send the minecart through the other way around? Let's see what happens if we send it this way. Went through. Now where did it end up? Ah, see, now it ended up on one of the rails, I think. So if these rails were powered, I think the minecart would have went through. It didn't come with enough momentum, though. If it came with enough momentum and the rails here were powered, it would have just continued on its way. It seems like it preferred the middle one to the rest, but at the same time, we made the minecart enter the portal through the middle block. So what happens if we enter the portal with the minecart through one of the side blocks? Will it choose one of these side rails? So let's try that, and let's also augment the momentum to see if it can continue going after this. Alright, I sent the minecart through the nether portal with more momentum and on one block offset from the center. Let's see what happened in the overworld side of things with this configuration. The minecart still emerged through the middle of the portal, so it seems like it always goes from the middle. And I wonder if the rails actually do matter, because it seems like it hopped on this rail, continued, and fell down. But if we remove these rails, is it still going to, slide out of the portal? Is it just the momentum that makes it move? Or does it actually place the minecart on the rail when it emerges? I need to check that out, too. Yeah, the minecart still fell down here. So it seems like it's just the momentum and it's not actually the rails. Which means that we don't need rails over here. Which is kind of good because I thought that it would ruin the look of the behind of the portal. So if the momentum makes the minecart exit the portal as soon as it spawns, maybe it can also enter the wall. because that would be awesome. Because that means I can place these blocks back and just place rails hidden under these blocks here. So when the minecart emerges, it's going to go half into the wall, fall straight down onto a rail, and continue on its way. I wonder if that would work. I need to test that out. Alright, covered the rail up. Now everything is back to stone. So let's see if the minecart can join on the rail hidden below there from the nether. So I place the minecart here, send it through, and I hope. What? The minecart emerged here now. What? So, does the momentum only apply in the direction that is possible? So that means that if that wall is blocked off, the minecart won't even try to go that way? I need to check that out again. Yeah, I tried it again and it still emerged over here, so I think it does need an air gap for it to actually emerge on that side there. Dang it! It would have been awesome if the whole rail could be hidden. I guess we need one gap there, and whoops, I blew up the rail. Oops, my pick is too good, I destroy everything! Let's put this rail back and try with one air gap and see if this fixes the problem. I am not sure if that worked or not. When I appeared, the portal was in the spot where I was standing, in this portal, but then it just slid over to that side there. I wonder what would have happened if I didn't nudge it. Would have gotten stuck. I need to try that a couple more times. Yep, the minecart ended up over here after a couple more tries, so it seems like this is pretty accurate. The only thing that was messing up with my logic was that the minecart was here when I emerged, and then it was like going over there, so I thought I was maybe pushing it, but that's just a lag, because when it emerges into the overworld when I'm in the nether and this is unloaded, it won't actually move until I come through, and then everything will catch up and it's going to go on that rail over there. So that's pretty cool. This is good and working. The next thing we have to do now is to link up that to the storage room that we have in the mines. I would like to make a rail track that would go inside of the mountain and maybe go around and drop in the mines from somewhere over there, because that's where we have all the chests that I'm going to store all the stuff we bring from the nether into a storage room we can access. But that's not a project for this episode. That's going to take a long time, and it's going to be a whole episode by itself. Plus, this episode is already starting to get long. It's over 30 minutes, I think, already with the editing I did. So yeah, it's a good point to stop. So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope I provided you with some enjoyment for today. I'll smile on your face, a laugh, a chuckle. Something good, because if I did, I'm happy. And that's what I'm trying to do with this. But anyways, that'll be it for this one. Thank you for watching. I'm floating above a fence, and I'll see you in the next episode. MaitreDesBlocs